Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with the September Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love situation, your career and workspace, and I'll get you some guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the month of September. Also at the end, I'll put some messages from your personal interest to yourself. Let's get started, and as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck, and it's the Wisdom of the Oracle. This time, let's see what we have for dear Pisces. We just had a very important full moon in Pisces on the 30th or 31st of August, depending on where you are in the world. Hopefully you were able to use its powerful impact on clearing and letting go of leaving behind things that need to be forgiven, maybe accepted, maybe just simply released for good, kind of understanding that this is not for me, or I want something else in my life. It's really, really good for that, especially around emotions. It's also relatively easy to come up with ideas for rituals related to water. So yes, if you're interested to know more, let me know in the comments. But this moon, actually the energy of the moon is gonna last for the first few days in September. So if you're watching it now, you still have a chance to use this powerful energy, especially since you are Pisces. It's actually at 7 degrees Pisces. So if you have any placements in your natal chart that are around 7 degrees, like maybe a couple of degrees here and there off, that is the part of your life that will be impacted the most. Okay, anyway, enough of astrology. I do a lot of astrological learning and teaching on the side. Haven't really proposed it as much as my offerings, although I do have a couple of webinars and workshops, some of them on this channel that I provide for free. One of the best ones is the North Node one, and then I have a workshop around personal astrology, which dives much deeper into a personal chart, which is a paid service, or rather course if you wish. It has a workbook. It's very practical, so you can actually fill out that workbook with your information and it will make sense. It's not just going to be a lot of theory, and that is available on my website, mindfulbamboo.com. Okay, and of course, if this resonates for you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You have TikTok card. Let's see, so the time is now, basically. Let's see what we have from the book. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future is ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now, and always show up when you need them, right on time. So this is about divine timing and not wanting to rush or delay things on purpose. Not just wanting, but reserving yourself from taking action with that intention, but rather aligning more with the universe and recognizing that divine timing. Or if you have trouble doing that, or you feel like you keep overthinking, your mind is tricking you, ask your guides, ask your higher power to show you, ask for a sign, ask for an example where you will see clearly, you will feel it like with every cell in your body that yes, it happened now because it was divine timing for it. Not before, not later, just exactly when it's supposed to be. Okay, let's go into tarot and see what we have for Pisces. Ooh. All right, so for your love life, we have the Devil, the Strength, and 9 of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn or Leo here. For your work, we have Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, I'm liking it so far. Six of Cups, beautiful energies. And then the advice, Two of Wands, the Lovers, and Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Yeah, so you'll definitely, we're just talking about releasing unnecessary emotions, which will clear space with the full moon energy, which will clear space for something new and beautiful. And I feel like this is very, very relevant for you, Pisces, in September. And mind that we also getting out of two important retrogrades in terms of personal planets. So Venus retrograde is ending on the 3rd of September, Mercury retrograde on 14th of September, which means that the second part of the month is going to feel a lot more at ease and smooth in terms of communication and finding common ground. But regardless of when it is, it's very important to pay attention to your emotional wellness, to your mental health in September, because this is going to be the main language of communication for you. So I'm not saying forget the words that you're using, like the body language, although body language is very tightly connected to your emotional field. But this is going to be key. Meaning, if you do not master your emotions, if you let the emotions drive you and you become reactional, no matter what words you use, what kind of logic and perfect arguments you have in your favor, people are just not going to take it. You're not going to get to where you want to get, whether it's personal or professional communication. So it's really, really important to master that emotional intelligence, where you can recognize, even if you have that emotion, you recognize what it is and you can work through it in a healthy way so that it doesn't come up as harsh energy to other people, and they don't overlook the important things that you're trying to tell them, to let them know. And for some, it will be something that will be necessary for them to know, like it's going to be important knowledge for them. So if you can approach it from that way, that you won't be able to help that person unless you take the emotion out of it. And then these words will be spoken like words of wisdom, rather than just your emotional outburst. I'm not saying that it is necessarily, but that's how people are going to take it. And let's start with your love relationship. Yes, so you look like you are successful, you're joyful, you're recognized as someone, when the person recognizes you as a beautiful, powerful human being. The thing is, though, that there may be this kind of recognition may get you into like an ego struggle in the months of September. Again, the first half of the month we still have Mercury retrograde, which can easily make communication go downhill. But generally speaking, with the strengths and the devil, the strengths, the devil side of the strength card, if you wish, is the ego, is being stubborn, is being very much set in your ways, like my way or the highway, right? So don't get too carried away with this energy, whether it's coming from you or from somebody admiring you so much that you just get too much in your head about it. And I'm not saying this as a judgment or to hurt your feelings. I'm just saying that, again, you may, with this ego, you may overlook, with overconfidence, with the excessive pride, with maybe even arrogance, you may overlook something important in your relationship. Either for some of you, I'm getting your person will be asking you for help, maybe for advice, maybe something more practical. For others, it will be them trying to get on the same page with you, either about something that you want to introduce into your lives or something that's going on in their life. They would just want to be honest and get on the same page and share how they feel. So it's really important that you have the ears to hear that, to be empathetic to that. So yeah, just we'll get to the advice anyway, but this is gonna be the temptation in this month. For your career, we have Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Yeah, so you are a hard worker and your work pays off. Your work pays off, meaning that, first of all, people will recognize you for that work. This is the truth. This is the kind of, the recognition. Why not? Right? Exactly for what you do. But also people will see you as the someone who's like the soul of the party, of the company, of the team, right? Like somebody who's the glue that's holding the project together, the team together, whatever, or attracting clients, whatever applies to what you're doing, right? So if you are working for yourself, your clients will be recognizing that your personality is what draws them in. So yeah, this is something to cherish here, to cherish, to savor, and to kind of get an extra jolt of motivation to keep going, not to stop there. Eight of Pentacles is a bit of a plateau as far as I'm concerned, right? It's kind of like I keep doing what I'm doing to keep everything moving, working, running, right? So this is the point for you to recognize how far you've come, how much you've done, how people recognize you for, who you are, where you are, and get some extra motivation to, go to the next level. In terms of your of the advice, so there is a choice that you're supposed to make. It's pretty blatant here with the cards, and in the Lovers actually is about making choice out of love. It may sound easier than it actually is, mostly because again there will be that temptation that we spoke about, right? And we have Seven of Wands here, where you may become over defensive of yourself, your family, your company, right? And you may be harsh with either words or actions, disregarding some other points of view or how it's going to impact other participants. So yeah, just remember that the loving choice is the way, whether you're making a choice about your personal life or it's about your relationship with somebody else and how that's going to be taken forward. That's really going to be something that will be rewarded, and that's what's going to show you who you really are, so that you don't have to work hard to defend yourself or to prove something to people, but you'll be showing up and they will know based on your energy. But that's where loving choice is needed, kind choice, a compassionate choice. Okay, Pisces, let's get you some messages from a person of interest to yourself. Messages for Pisces from that person. All right, so we have I need time for me, which kind of makes sense with what we discussed. I want to start a family with you, and wrongful advice. So yeah, so this can be a little different for everyone. For some of you, it's that this person has gotten wrongful advice about how to deal with their feeling of not being enough or not being worthy, and they made their own turn from their side. So now they're afraid that it's gonna push you into that devil energy, and it's gonna lead you astray, right? And they have so much love for you. They definitely, was this card about the family, if you already have a family, then they really cherish it more than anything else, and they don't want to jeopardize it in any way. If you don't have family yet, of your own, I mean, then that's their vision, that's their dream, and they definitely don't want to mess with that. So they're trying to figure out what it is they're supposed to do with the I need time for me. What is the best next move for them, and how to get things back into alignment. And it's up to you, of course, Pisces, to see if there is anything you can do on your end, or it's just best to leave them in that space and let them handle it. And in the meantime, deal with your own temptations and demons. So in terms of signs, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Leo, or a Gemini. I hope this has been useful for you, Pisces. Let's check your other readings. So Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, whichever this sign is for you, You still have 3 more to go, and it's just that you watch them all because there may be parts of readings that will be relevant to you, and then you can put them together and you'll have more well-rounded information about your situation. Thank you very much for being with me. I love you guys.